The rise and fall of the Canadian loonie. Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're diving into the fascinating history of the Canadian dollar, affectionately known as the loonie. From its rise to its falls, the loonie's journey is a roller coaster of economic events, political decisions, and market reactions. So, buckle up and let's travel through time. 1. The beginning of the loonie. Our story begins in September 1950, when Canada decided to let its currency float against other currencies. Prior to this, the Canadian dollar was tied to the price of gold under the gold standard. This move marked the beginning of a new era for the loonie. 2. The return to a fixed rate. Fast forward to May 1962, Canada reintroduced a fixed exchange rate, pegging the loonie at 92.5 US cents with a fluctuation band of plus or minus 1%. However, this stability was short-lived. 3. Floating once more. By May 1970, Canada returned to a floating rate system. The loonie climbed about 5% to around 97 US cents, and by 1972, it surpassed the US dollar. 4. A modern high. On April 25, 1974, the Canadian dollar hit a modern high of 1.0443 US dollars. But this high was followed by turbulent times. 5. The 1980s downturn. The early 1980s saw the loonie under significant pressure due to rising short-term interest rates, political concerns like the Quebec referendum, and the National Energy Program. The loonie fell below 77 US cents. In 1985, the loonie continued to weaken amid economic concerns and the failure of two Canadian banks. By February 1986, it hit a record low of 69.13 US cents. 6. Recovery and strengthening. Despite the 1987 stock market crash, the loonie began to recover in the late 1980s, boosted by a rebound in commodity prices and tighter monetary policies. By the end of the decade, it was back up to 86 US cents. 7. The 1990s fluctuations. The 1990s were a mixed bag for the loonie. Early in the decade, it climbed against the US dollar, but by 1992, it began a steady decline due to budgetary problems and softening commodity prices. Visual footage from the 1998 financial crisis. The loonie hit a low of 63 US cents in August 1998 during the global financial crisis. The Bank of Canada took aggressive actions to stabilize the currency. 8. The early 2000s and parity. The early 2000s saw the loonie hitting record lows, particularly after the September 11, 2001 attacks. However, it began to appreciate sharply by 2003, reaching 85 US cents by November 2004. In September 2007, the loonie returned to parity with the US dollar for the first time since the 1970s, even soaring to 1.0775 US dollars in November 2007. 9. The financial crisis and recovery. The global financial crisis of 2008 saw the loonie drop sharply again, but by October 2009, it was approaching parity once more as global economic recovery gained momentum. 10. The 2010s and beyond. The loonie remained strong into the early 2010s, often trading above parity with the US dollar. Despite some fluctuations, it showed resilience, reflecting Canada's stable banking system and economic policies. Closing. The rise and fall of the Canadian loonie is a testament to the dynamic nature of global economics. From floating rates to fixed rates, political upheavals to economic recoveries, the loonie has seen it all. As we look to the future, one thing is certain, the loonie's journey is far from over. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating stories from the world of finance. See you next time.